Hello, team. How are we? Happy Monday. Hope you're all well. What's happening? Oh, kids are back. Kids are back at school. Kids are back at school. Half term's over. Shouldn't say that really, because because they're good. Our two. They're decent. And also, I've spent the day. I've spent the day painting the house. So, do you know what I mean? We've been trying to paint the town red, in terms of Darlington and Football Manager, but I've been painting my house shades of truffle. If anyone's remotely interested. So that looks quite nice. Got another coat to put on tomorrow. Where I've had to get another adult man to help out. So that's been good. I've done that. And that's been pretty much it, to be honest. It's this is where we are. This is what's happened. I took 3 days off work and I was like, right, I'll just get things done. Because what you're not meant to do is you're meant to you're meant to have time off, aren't you, really, to be honest. And I just didn't do that. Apologies, Kate. I'm aware. We are, of course, in Pride Month, and happy Pride Month, by the way, for everyone. I did post a thing on, you wouldn't have seen it because it's on my Facebook and none of you are there. But Sunderland City Council, right, who are unfortunately now Reform, took down the Pride flag and said that they're not going to fund Pride in Sunderland City Centre, which I think is absolute bullshittery. So I posted about my disdain towards that. So hopefully, they'll do what happened in Durham, and they'll have a massive fundraiser, and they'll make more money than they had before. They'll put on an even bigger event. So happy Pride Month to everybody, by the way. That's what it's all about. So if you haven't gone to it, go to it. Love who you need to love, and that's all cool. But yeah, so it wasn't more of a thing of Kay going, I have to hire a man for this job. There was only a man available. I will check into his orientation and just see if he's interested. He might be, but there we go. So that's all where we are. So yeah, we've painted this truffle a bit brown, although potentially dusky as well. So that's cool. Chris says my daughter is very happy. It's her first Pride Month since coming out to us. She's very much embracing it. Get in, Chris. I love that. That is amazing. 15-year-olds just getting it. Class. Love that. Happy Pride Month to her then, Chris. Hope she has a fantastic time. As of course everyone as well. Whether you don't have to be in the alphabet to sort of celebrate it, but just celebrate just life in general and people being happy. That's the cool thing, right? Everyone goes, well, why do we need another month? Because there's a reason for it, right? All the crap they've had to put up with. Like, a month is the least that you could deal with. You know what I mean? Just like, right, it's going to be amazing. Okay, evening, Llama. How are we, sir? Welcome in. Everybody can support equality. Exactly. Everybody just needs some sort of equality, don't they? Yeah. I finally managed to source some monetary, subtle, and gay jewelry for work. Yeah, I'm sure you could. Do you know what? The places where you work, though, Kay, they're usually pretty. Chill's not the word I'm going to use. They're usually sort of like pretty open about all that sort of thing, and they're normally fine. And it's like, I know the place we work, they're pretty hot on it. In fact, they go on the marches as well, which is awesome. So you'll see us in Birmingham. But yeah, that's where we are. Let's talk about that if you want to talk about that. That sounds like a good thing to chat about tonight. That sounds good. Should we go to something that doesn't make us proud? With a lot of Middle Eastern. Yeah, of course. Yeah. There's that. Yeah, there is a bit of that. Right. Okay, I get that now. That was less when I was in those sorts of establishments. Let's go to Darlington, shall we? And just see how we get on. I haven't seen if they've not figured it out. They're daft as fuck. Hey, do you know what though, Katie? Sometimes people just don't want to assume, do they? But you know what? As I say, a pleasure having you. Happy Pride to you. hope you had a wonderful time. That's about my husband sometimes. Oh man, I put my foot. I'm normally pretty good, right? I'm normally very, very good, and I don't use what's the word I'm looking for? Presumed genders. I tend not to presume gender, and I did it once. With someone at work, and they'd said about their they said it was them and Chris were going away for it was Chris's birthday, and I was like, all right, and I hadn't considered. I was all right, like, and I used the word he, and bless her, she just went bright red because she'd not said, like, and obviously not come out and like in to us at work, and I was like, oh shit, like, I've really fucked up here. And she was like, no, it's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. I was like, look, I'm really, really sorry. So I don't normally, like, she was like, I know you don't, like, it's like, that's not what you do. So it was just bizarre. The one time I did it, I was like, fuck, put my foot in it. But she was cool with it, you know what I mean? And then they split up anyway, so it's all fine. Not because of that, I don't think. But yeah, just sometimes, yeah, we all need to learn and be educated, don't we? So yeah. It's yeah. There you go. That's why we need it. That's why we need Pride Month, for people like me who still try their best and still fucking get it wrong. But there we are. There we are. Cheese God, how's it going? All good. All good, thank you. Very good. It is easily done. It is. Do you know what I mean? That's the thing. Like, but I think to show a bit of foresight with it, a bit of forethought with it as well is the I feel as that's the thing of being considerate. Had incidents like that in the past, says Chris. People tend not to be bothered or upset by it unless you do it in a derogatory way or use dead names. Yeah, shit. I worry about that. Working in hospitality can be fucking brutal, that sort of thing. 100%. I was always very good at, because, and again, this is like sorry, I feel like I shouldn't really be. I'm just trying to work out how because I'm like, I shouldn't really be saying I'm very good at this sort of stuff, should I? What I used to do when I was doing comedy, because here's one thing that I started to dislike personally, right, was the good evening, ladies and gentlemen, all the things, all the time. It sounds innocuous at first, but the more you think about it, the more you're like, really? Are we doing that? So you've probably already worked out that I do hello everyone, and I just think that's nicer. Yeah, much more inclusive. So I do it on the podcast. I do it here. I call us team. I also don't like the team. Like, hey guys, like, don't do that either. Nah. Very, very inclusion. That's the thing. Yeah. Evening all, have we left yet? We're not allowed to. We're not allowed. Got to stay here forever. Katie, I choose brand new salutations every time I enter a classroom. You should. I like it. What's up? Right, who's out for? Dave Stead's out for 4 weeks. Oh, God, great. He was just getting the hang of stuff as well, wasn't he? Evening, Benny. How are you, pal? Good to see you. For those people who are unaware, by the way, we're not doing dreadful. We're not doing dreadful. We are currently 5th. We're not 12th at all. We're 5th. We've played 15 games, right? We've won 7. We've drawn 6. We've only lost 2. We've scored 14 goals, and we're in 15 matches. That's not very many. We've conceded 6 goals in 15 matches. And in 2 games, we've conceded twice. So it's bizarre. Like, I think it was about match 9, we'd only conceded 2 goals. Some of the soft goals in a 6, 100%, right? Like, we'd conceded 2 goals up until match day 9, I think it was. So we are getting there. Something seems very off. Very, very off. Look. Look. A bit of winning here. And then we lost to Newport 2-0, which completely confused all of us. Then we lost to Braintree in the Cup, so just to get knocked out of that. That's fine. But then look, another 2 goals conceded against Bath. So, playoff final own goal winner National League edition. This is what's happening. TJ even playing off screen. Honest. Everyone was here on Saturday. You all saw it. You all saw it. Yeah. Yeah, the Gabby effect. That's what it is. Gabby's back. Dave, what's he called? Dave, what's he called? We've just had him in the, Dave Stead. Dave Stead's back. Save Scummer, we knew it. And we got a new contract. So there you go. How everyone rolls off the tongue slightly better as well anyway. Yes, Luffy, I agree. I often kill whatever the newest TikTok phrase is, dead on arrival, by using it the first time walking into my class. What in the skibbity toilet is happening here? Brilliant. That's smart. I like that. It's like hello, cool children. I don't even think that's what they say. I think I've done that wrong as well. My lot of 16 and 17, so they hate it. Yeah. Like, the thing is, I've even got Eldest Jameson. We went out, as I said to you the other day, we went out with with his pal yesterday, and even his pal from football school, like 6'7's dead. It's so dead. And like my lad's like 6'7, and it's like, mate, come on. Like even your pals are telling you this is a stupid thing to do. Just leave it out. Like, 6'7. One of them called me G the other day. Oh, Katie. It's boss man's incoming, isn't it? Your son's in the Arctic Monkeys. He is like, he's from York, isn't he? So that's how he sounds. That's how he sounds. They all sound like that now. Terrible affliction for the accent. I mean, I said we should have moved him over the border, but Mrs. J was having none of it. So there we are. That's happened there. Let's put Gabby Large back in midfield, in that centre midfield, shall we? Have we finished the task? Yes, G. Love that. I love that, to be honest. That's brilliant. Yeah. Also, as well, it's even better if that student is Caucasian as well. That's even better. You should respond to that on the WFM show without any context. Agreed. Although, to be fair, Alice does a lot of bruvs. Yeah. Right, she's got a bit of street in her. Yeah. How you doing, Katie Wagwan? Yeah, just if you could kiss your teeth occasionally, that'd be class. You hear when people say bruv. I don't mind it. It's weird listening to Eldest Jameson say broski a lot of the minute. That's really quite odd. Find that one. Bruh, brev. One of my mates does brev. And it's like, what are you on about, you dick? Yes, Andy, we do. We do indeed have packs. You get a lot of teeth sucking from the Nigerians. Brother's very much in the vocabulary of South London. Can't help it. Yeah. Bro, I do bro. Do I say bro a lot? No, I don't really. I don't say bro much. Come at me, bro. I don't really do that. I say mate or pal or dude. In fact, I don't even say dude very much anymore now. I'm going to bring dude back. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to start saying dude. So yeah, I think I'm 46 though, Chris. I can't say dude anymore now. Like, I think people would look at me as if to be like, are you trying to blend in? Yeah. Boss man is part of the vocabulary. I mean, boss man, yeah. I need to use boss man more. Just call everyone pal to confuse them. Do you know what, Dave? That's sometimes what happens. And it's more about not confusing them. It then backfires on me when I forget their name. Because then I have to wait for them to introduce themselves to other people. And I'm like, oh, this is my mate. There's my mate and your man over there. Yeah. Nothing scary than a tooth kiss followed by me, myself, I don't think. I've seen many exasperated brothers this year. Now, you see, the thing is, right, because when the Irish say brother, oh, brother, that I can get on board with. Yeah. That I can get on board with, but I don't know. Again, I think it's all dependent upon who says it and what and when. Oh, that's a great move. Great save. Joe Silver, I see you still at Darlow. Got saved by winning the cup. Did not win the cup. Did not win the cup. Got beat on penalties, unfortunately, Silver. Save got saved by a bug. A bug kept me in a job. Against our will initially, but it has sort of worked in our favour. So yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah. Hope you're well though, my friend. Nice to see you back in. MCG, there's a Nigerian man at work that calls me boss. Makes me slightly uneasy because of my white guilt. That's yeah, see. Yeah, there is that when you think about it that way, innit? Jord, how an FM bug ruined my life. The bug wanted me to stay at Darlow. I think so. I was at a wedding once, the groom was introducing every male as "this is my man." Oh. At one point, his wife asked him if he was gay. And there would be no problem if he was. Probably a better idea if the wife had asked prior to the wedding day, I'm guessing. Although me and Aaron use my guy a lot. Like whenever he jumps in on stream or whatever. It's like, my guy. So I've picked that up. Gabby's over the top. Tilsley. Oh. Biggest objection plot twist ever. Oh, nobody was happy. George, well, nobody was happy. I think I've got to win the league just to try and claw some favour back with people. Even promotion won't be enough for some people, I don't think. You know, someone with an Irish accent say, "Let me tell you something, Mean Gene." I think Mike Rice could do that. Hoping for a solid 10th this season. Andy, if we get 10th, we are running around outside, celebrating in the car park. The save needs JK. Oh, could you imagine? Open top bus tour for 10th. Yeah. Oh, great finish. The fans demand promotion, free blowjobs, and a packet of Monster Munch. It's a good ball over the top. Spins the midfielder. It's a good goal, that. Ball in, Tills, you can't get the head away. What flavour Monster Munch? That's a good question. Oof. Pickling and Monster Munch blowy could be rather disturbing. It could be, but do you know what? Yeah, maybe a beefy one is probably it's fine. The flaming hot isn't gonna. You don't want that. Monster Munch for the giver or the receiver. No spicy ones for the giver. That's what she said. All right, you're on your way out. Okay, take it easy, Katie. Have a good one. I need to sort that redeem out, don't I? Yeah, packs of subs. It's been a long Monday. Oh, thank you, Rouge. Yeah. Make it 50k. Could do. Yeah, I tell you what, I will be kind though. I'll open this one. I'll get it started. We'll open this one. Take a drink and stay hydrated. Yeah. That's all there is, isn't it, Andy? We've not really sort of like spent a lot of time with the whole rewards thing, have we? There's a defeat there then. Aldershot. We're at Aldershot. 11th. Moves us down to 6th, sadly. What is going on? I've got no idea, Dan. No idea. Been done by your own tactics. I know. Literally. Right, here we go then. Okay. Chris Packets and bus tours. 50k. Let's have a look. Bless Dan. What's going on? No idea, Dan. Nobody ever knows. Let's see what we got. Cedric Bakambu for Dr. Congo. We've got a Swapsy. Swapper Victor Gokaresh. Yeah, that's a swap. Zeno de Bast of Belgium. Chris Richards. Chris Richards is quite a decent one. Fabian Balbuena. De Bast is yet to come. Iran Kunda. Australia. There you go. Australia. And Callum McCowart of New Zealand. So there you go. That was the freebie pack. He's that bloke that Zealand introduced for Watford, right? Ooh, oh yeah, Irakunda. Yeah, it will be actually. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to say yes just due to the fact that he's from Watford. I mean, plays for Watford, obviously not from Watford, and made the Australian national team. But stranger things have happened. Yeah, so basically, yeah, we were absolutely outdone by our own talent there. That sort of like keep things tight, hit on the brake. It's effective, isn't it? What actually happened there? Just disappointing. Converted none of our 6 touches in the opposition area. We scored none of our 9 shots. We have a little bit of money left to bring another player in, which we might need to do. Defending record. Oh, it's East Leeds. I was going to say that like that. Shoot, that's defenders. Look at that. Defenders defending. Overall, it's going well. Performing better than average. Oh, look, now the board are happy. Yeah. Do you remember a little while ago when they hated everything? And they were like, oh, yeah, like get out of the club. Yeah. Fickle, aren't they? Mm. I feel like now's a good time to leave, then, isn't it? If everyone's really happy and rosy and chipper. A couple of players want to leave as well, though, which is or they're unhappy, I should say. Sorry. So who's unhappy? There's dynamics. Dynamics is there in it. Yeah. Hamish wants to start more games. So does Billington. So does Paddy Bond. So shortlist him. Good teamwork. Very, very good teamwork. Unambitious, though. Hmm. I have to still keep an eye on players to bring in because I think we've got some opportunities, haven't we? I don't think Levi Happy's good enough. Yeah, this what's it called, the transfer room thing. I get it. It can be good for some stuff, but there's also some stuff you just get stuck and there's nothing there. TJ, would you rather go out in public naked except for a woolly hat or naked except for your socks? Do you know what? That's an interesting question, Llama. And for me, I see comfort in wearing socks. Because I'm just thinking walking on anything that's remotely gravelly is going to be, like, there's always the whole thing in it, like, walking barefoot is pretty bad. So I think my feet are going to get hurt more than my head. However, the problem is that, you know, if I wear a hat, then there's slightly more chance of me not being recognised. Not that anyone's recognising me anyway, you know what I mean? But like, I think it's got to be socks. Because you know what? Because if I've got a socks, right, then I can probably, like, I'm more intentional in my walk, and I can stride, I can have a bit of confidence about myself. If you've got a hat on and you're like hunched over, like, wow, 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 you're like, you're gonna go like, oh, who's that? You know, get them locked up. I reckon if you're purposeful, people go, oh, there's a young go-getter. So yeah, I'll stick socks on. And because you can put them anywhere, I'll put them on my hands. You always put your socks on your hands, don't want to get cold. Exactly, yeah. It's a strong answer. I was leaning towards hat, but you've made a compelling case. Thank you, Llama. Yeah, as I say, I do feel it's more just for the it's a local council issue, because none of these roads are going to be, or paths are going to be nicely done. So yeah. Here's a one. I'll give you one back. So me and my mates were talking the other day, and my mate suggested to me, he said that there was a Reddit thread, and I was like, hang on, I've heard of Reddit. That's about as far as I've gone. He wants to be played at a centre back. Or he wants to be a wide centre back. Oh, for God's sake, Simon. Right. I can't play as a wide centre back because we don't have a one in the tactic. Was that a woolly hat doesn't feel good on your privates? I mean, look, maybe this is more of a you thing than anybody else. Evening, Alice. How are you, pal? Hope you're well. Welcome. We've had Alice. We've had Kate as well. The WFM show are represented tonight. This is just pure nonsense. I mean, look, it's going to get worse, Dan. It's going to get worse, right? Because, so my friend had said to me, right, he said, Tony, he goes, there was a Reddit thread, and I was like, I'm going to have to stop you there, right? I'm going to have to stop you there. I'm already confused. But what the question was if you had to battle against 20 8-year-olds, okay, and they would come at you in waves, okay, 20 at a time, how many waves do you think you could fend off before they got you to the ground? Okay, so here's the scenario, right? You can be anywhere. You can have as much space as you want. It's you, hand, no weapons, right? Hand combat, 28-year-olds. For ease, they've all come at you from the front. Okay. How many do you reckon? How many waves do you reckon you could do? And at the end of the 20, the next 20 turn up. So it's not like there's a continuous wave, and you have like 40, then 60. They have no weapons. A bit like the scene in the Matrix. Yeah, a little bit like that. Yeah, but how muscly are these 28-year-olds? They are. I mean, like, you could take them all, Llama. I reckon. Let's just say average to waif. Yeah. We'll say 8-year-old, about that tall, possibly. 20 of them. Are they all hyper on sugar? They could be. They could be. There's a slight advantage there if they're on sugar, because they'll have a sugar crash at some point, and therefore we might be able to do quite well out of that. 30 seconds per kid, 10 minutes per round. I'd get bored after the second round. And then, okay, and then what about the whole fighting things? 15 rounds, Ryan. Come on. No chance. No chance. This is bravado, isn't it? This is like, oh, do you know what? Yeah, I can fucking kill an orangutan, me, with my bare hands. Like, I'll beat any animal in the jungle. This is the next question, by the way. What animal would you beat in the jungle? We've already done this, I think. Once you Batista bomb the first one, the rest will bottle it. Yeah, but once you've still got to be able to get that first one up and the Batista bomb, with the other ones trying to go for your ankles and knocking you down. How many packs of Skittles have they consumed? It's up to you. It's up to you. By take on, how far can you go? Pick up one kid and use them as a battering ram. Well, this was my thought. MCG, the Batista bomb leaves your crotch very exposed. Yeah. The whole thing is ridiculous. Like, bravado is the least of our worries. Yeah, I reckon if you swing or like get a proper good kick, you got to take at least 2 or 3 out in the first kick. You know what I mean? Like, just to A, send a message, and B, at least get a bit of space, right? Put a sock on there if you're Batista bombing. Yeah. It actually depends if they're the first or second born child. It does, actually. Yeah, that's a good point. How many penalties would you score against a Premier League goalkeeper out of 100? That's another good question, isn't it? DJ McCall, welcome in. Appreciate the follow. Plot twist. It wasn't a hypothetical question. Ryan got picked to do it. We'll either have a laugh at his expense or we'll see a hell of a show. What's the good thing about 28-year-olds? There's 20 of them. Way. Here we go. Spear after spear. Oh, Chris, you're going to tire yourself out spearing them. I reckon if they all come charging in first of all, right, you got to swing and get a couple. Right? Or you either swing wildly and take a couple out, or you got to like throw a big kick early doors. After that, like, I'm going to be honest with you. I reckon if I make it out of round 1, okay? If I make it out of round 1, and I don't necessarily think I can, if I make it out of round 1, then I'm not making it out of round 2. No chance. Like, the cardio that you're going to need to be able to keep that going. Stamina's an issue. Yeah, 20 of them, right? Because one of my mates was like, oh, I'll just keep running around the field. I was like, you're going to be knackered? Like, these kids will run around forever. Like, what's going to happen is you're going to run around for a bit, then you're going to like sit down, have a breather, and then they're just going to like jump on you. Rear naked choke, you're out. Pretty much certain the first wave will get you. I reckon this is where we're at. Brad the biggest one, says George with pop and get them to batter their friends instead. Heel turns. Not even thought of that. Collusion. I'd be concerned that I'd kill one of them. Fall and punch the face and destroy them. Yeah, but also, Chris, think about this. What if it doesn't? The fear on your face, okay, when you hit them with your best shot and they don't go down. That's the worry, isn't it? That's the worry when you're like, oh dear, that was the best I had. Distract them by doing 6-7. Even Goodja, how are you, pal? Welcome in. Appreciate the 51 months, my friend. We're going to do some stickers. Goodja, how many 8-year-olds could you beat up? If there's 20 of them coming at you, right? How many could you beat off? Beat up, not beat off. How many could you beat off? How is this not cancelled? No idea, Dad. No idea. Oh no, corner. Another VOD that needs deleting. Do you know the good thing about being partner is they stay on for longer as well. Oh, what a shot that was. It's not TikTok. Have to go with allegedly, yes. Yeah. So, right. So, second VOD deletion has hit the tower. Yeah. So, right. So, I'm saying, if we get through round 1, it's been a success, but I'm not getting through round 2 at all. And I've given myself a lot of leeway to get through round 1. I don't think I get through round 1. It's like when we went through the like which animal could you beat up? Good job. I'll give you stickers in a second, mate. Once we finish this match, it looks like it's going to be another 0-0 against Havant and Waterlooville. I have been painting today, so there might be a little bit of paint fumes just kicking about. We're down to 8th. Oh, damn it. Mods, take notes. Don't let TJ have sugar or inhale paint fumes. I mean, look, just a normal man, right? Just a normal man, normal amount of paint fumes. They say paint in a well-ventilated area, and our front room has quite a high ceiling, so that for me is ventilated. I had the door open. I had the door open for that room, maybe not for the porch that I did. That was a small space with quite a lot of paint fume. That's probably where it is, really. That's probably the biggest issue. Let's not limit his genius. Don't let TJ make friends. See, I try not to, Dan. I try not to make friends. But here we are, you know. Mrs. J's texting away. Just going, oh, TJ's trying to blame the paint fumes on his behaviour. Good, yeah. You've got yourself the Panama shiny badge. It's a good start. What else have we got? Marquinhos, comforter of penalty misses everywhere, I believe. Abde Ezalzouli. My mate's just said, TJ, if you're reading this, anyone who claims they can manage more than one wave is a liar. Yeah, that's right. That's what I thought as well. Karim Adeyemi. Do you know what, Chris? I'll join you on this as well. This is a good song, isn't it? Norway Shiny, I think that's a swap as well. I think we've already got that. 31-year-old midfielder. And Czech national team. I think that might be a swap as well, actually. I think it is. Double shiny pack. That was double shinies and another virtual one as well. So good work, Dave Goodger. That was pretty decent. Yes. Alice is definitely Alice is definitely collecting. Surely. Oh, also, right. So here's right. Mr. J is going to start laughing now because I'm going to tell this story. I didn't tell it yesterday because it made no sense. Get this, a story making no sense, but it actually made no sense to tell it yesterday. It makes some sense to tell it today, right? So myself, Mrs. J, youngest and eldest Jameson, along with my friend who has the query about the 28-year-olds, his partner and his child, okay, who plays football with eldest Jameson. We thought we'd go and do something wholesome, right? So we thought we'd go for a nice wholesome walk, and we'll have a lovely time out. We'll take a picnic and we'll just have nice time out in the forest, right? So we did that, got it all sorted, drove through, had a lovely time, went for this sort of like wander about, did some gruffaloing, and had a lovely chat, and then the kids started playing football, and I'd been in and out of goal and that, so it's like, right, it's not my turn anymore. I've got to go and look after littlest Jay, right? And talk to him. And then, so there's this other dude and his little kids start playing with our lot, and they're busy sort of like playing away. And then we pick up on the accent, and Mrs. J is going, "Oh, TJ, go and make friends. They sound like they're from your neck of the woods." And I was like, I don't really want to go make friends with new people. I've already made friends with people before. I don't need more people friends. And anyway, right. So what happens, right? Darlington offers made for Darlington. What? Hang on. Oh, Glenstead. Ooh, thank God for that. So anyway, right. So they're playing football, okay? And I'm like, look, let's just sort of see what's going on here. And so we have a bit of chat on that. And it turns out that he is from the area, right? So he's Sunderland. All right, chatting away, and you know when you're sort of like, you talk to someone and you think you should probably recognize these people. It took me a long time, took me a lot longer to realize who I was talking to than it should have taken me. And it turned out Chris knows this one, right? Evening, JM. How are you, buddy? So it turns out I was talking to David Bruce, who is the now former commercial director at Sunderland, who's now taken up residency at Sheffield Wednesday. And when he said he had to move to Sheffield for work, I hadn't really put two and two together. And then he was talking about how he doesn't get to the games anymore now. And I was like, oh, that's a shame. You should really... And I was like, I know why. Now I know why. Okay, got you. So obviously, when I asked him, are you going to Europe? Probably wasn't the best thing to do. But never mind. But you know what? He was lovely. It was lovely. It was nice to have a conversation with him. But yeah, just chatting away and just like, I think I know who you are, but I don't end up. Now I know. Now I know. Okay. And then we finished up. Mrs. J was like, oh, did you tell him who you were? I was like, didn't really come up, to be honest. We didn't talk about Football Manager and streaming and, not being a comedian anymore or being a podcaster. So, yeah. Did I tell you we went to Wembley? I did when I thought he was just, when I thought he was just a fan. But then realised he was more than just a fan. He is also a fan as well. Big fan, actually. That was before I worked out who he was. But it turns out he also went, And he's saying to him, his little, oh yeah, like, so your lad gone to the stadium? Like, yeah. I was like, nah, he's not. I'm trying, but he's not going. He says, oh yeah, he says, my lads enjoyed it. And I was just saying, oh, that's good. Yeah, he managed to convince his child to go on the football. It will do, innit, if that's where you work. Thoughts on Martin Bain? Just started Sunderland till I die. I had not realised he ended up haunting Sunderland. Do you know what? I had managed to not think about Martin Bain for quite a long time. And there's the other one, Metvin. I didn't realise Metvin now has a podcast, which is like, it's just, that's odd. That's odd. Look, every club has their moments when things are a bit shit and a bit rubbish. You just got to learn from them and move on, right? You know, there'll be a moment when we look back on this period and be like, oh, well, it turned sour, didn't it? Was it with terrible people once associated with Rangers ending up with you? Yeah. It's just one of the things, isn't it, sadly? Thankfully, we've never had Steven Gerrard turn up. Touch wood that doesn't happen. Yet, exactly, yeah. Yeah, when we're back in League One, he can turn up. He can pay his ticket like everyone else can. Oh. Oh, come on. You've got to do better than that. See, the thing is, Mrs. J's in the chat because downstairs TV's got a sheet over it, and so does the sofa to take away all the potential paint. So she'll be upstairs on her phone. Also about Gerrard make him give up commentary. Shit at that as well. Oh, absolutely, Dan. I agree with you. Gerrard's going to be Wrexham's next manager. Both go hand in hand. That feels like something, doesn't it? I had a vision of him going to Newcastle as well because the Saudis like him, but then of course the Saudis are pulling out. So unfortunately, my wish of seeing that happen probably isn't going to happen. Boring town facts. Oh, now we go North Queensferry. Oh, North Queensferry. Okay, interesting. I like Queens. I like South Queensferry. I've done lots of gigs in South Queensferry. Let's have a little look, shall we? Bond. Oh, it's dropped it. Did I watch any of Soccer Aid? No. The thing with Soccer Aid, right? So Mrs. J tried to get Elders Jameson to watch it. And it was, if ever there was a moment when you wondered, is Elders Jameson one of TJ's children, right? Mrs. J had to try and explain to Elders Jameson the idea that it was not real football that was happening. She then had to explain to him what a celebrity was, and then who these celebrities were, and also explaining who the footballers aren't. So it was very much like talking to me. Yeah. So it was a tough one, that one. And in the end, I think Mrs. J just gave up and just went, do you know what, it's not worth it. Leave Stevie G alone. Legend. Can we go back to Geordie bashing or Denise Van Houten? I mean, we can. But I don't understand why we can't just do it all. Yeah. Celebs are only celebs if you know them. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Otherwise, they're just nobody. You know, and given the fact that I don't know who any of them are, there's a guy from Game of Thrones in the show. He's in a relationship with his sister. Try explaining that one. What was he? And was he part of Soccer Aid? Sorry, that sounds really terribly good. What? And he was part of Soccer Aid? How dare you? Luffy, 38 months, my friend. Thank you, Luffy. We'll open stickers. We also got some boring town facts for Jord. We're going to lose another match of football, which is this is, I was going to say unexpected, but it's expected, really, isn't it? A15, good to see you, pal. Hope you're well. Nicholas Costelli was Jamie Lannister. Jamie Lannister sounds like an ITV TV presenter. Means nothing if you never watched it. Exactly, yeah. I haven't, so it literally means nothing. But you lot seem happy about it though, so that's good. That's not stopped me having an opinion on it before, is it? You know, TJ, do you know anything about this? No, not at all, not at all. But here's what I think. So we've now managed to drop down to 9th, sorry. So all of our early stream optimism, which I did say will run out pretty quickly, has started us to slip. 2 defeats have now become 4 defeats. Thoughts on Kondogbia? Yeah, should be all right actually. It's another body, isn't it? So. Yeah, I mean, we've still only conceded 8 goals. Scunthorpe have conceded 10. I mean, we've only scored 15 and 14, and Fylde has scored 50. That's probably more of the problem, isn't it? That's probably worse. Let's open up the. All right, Luffy's got packs, and then Jord has boring town facts. So North Queensferry, everyone. Here we go, Luffy. Now, Dave Gudger had a double shiny, so let's see if you can do the same. Tyler Adams, USA, scored a belter against Sunderland. Declan Rice. It's another swap. Golizeda? I don't. Iranian? Yeah. Annabelle Godoff. Gravenberch, which is another swap. Dennis Burnich. I think that's a swap as well, actually. Is it worth it to see TJ getting cancelled pronouncing player names? Might as well. Riyad Mahrez as well. So there you go. Where's it focusing? There we go. Riyad Mahrez. Not a bad pack. Can you get TJ to do a Polish save? That or a Chinese save, probably. Let's very quickly do the North Queensferry boring town facts. North Queensferry is a historic coastal village in Fife, situated on the Firth of the Forth, from 9 miles from Edinburgh city centre. The town derives its name from the ferry service established by Queen Margaret in the 11th century. Get this, the prefix North serves to distinguish it from South Queensferry. So there you go. That's really clever, because if you were in Queensferry and you were going, I mean, it's the top of Queensferry, the bottom of Queensferry, where am I going to be? Thankfully, they gave it a name and they went, right, well, we've got South Queensferry, let's call it North Queensferry as well. So today the village is a tourist destination, home to 43 listed buildings by Historic Scotland. The village has a population of 1,076 people, with a significant share working in nearby Edinburgh. Notable present and former residents include Prime Minister Gordon Brown and author Ian Banks. Is it disgraced, Prime Minister Gordon Brown? I don't know. The village takes its name from St. Margaret of Scotland, the wife of King Malcolm III of Scotland, who is said to have established the village to ensure regular ferry crossings across the Firth of the Forth for the benefit of pilgrims travelling to St Andrews. Margaret is said to have made her arrival in Scotland here in 1068 and to have regularly used the ferry crossing when travelling between the capital Dunfermline and Edinburgh Castle. From around this time, the crossing became known as the Queen's Ferry. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. Right. All makes sense now, doesn't it? Okay, during Oliver Cromwell's campaign against Scottish royalist forces, the decisive engagement known as the Battle of Inverkeithling took place on or around the isthmus between North Queensferry Peninsula and Inverkeithling and Rosyth. The battle gave Cromwell control of Fife and the Firth of the Forth. Troops of the new model army under Major General John Lampert crossed the Forth from Leith over several days. They landed at Crookness, to the point of Inverkeithling, Inner Bay, and took a position on the Ferry Hills. Fighting spread as far as Pitreavie on the far side of Inverkeithling and said to have been particularly bloody. Repeatedly, the Pinkerton burn ran red with blood for days, and heaps of dead resembled stooks in a harvest field. Lambert was victorious and claimed his men had killed 2,000 and taken 1,400 prisoners, although these may be exaggerations, because they were a little bit, up to making shit up back then, weren't they? In 1912, a seaplane base was opened in North Queensferry at Port Lang. It was then closed in 1914 and 1917. Or 1972. Where we got the landmarks. One of the biggest landmarks and attractions in North Queensferry is Deep Sea World, an aquarium opened in 1993. They also have a post office. So that's good. North Queensferry has 3 hotels, bed and breakfast establishments, and holiday homes to let. Near the station is a village primary school. Yeah. Notable people: Gordon Brown, Ian Banks, Ian Jack, the late journalist and writer, grew up there, so not even from there, just lived there for a bit. And Alexander Stoddard Wilson, the late botanist and reverend, who was ordained there in 1881. Not a lot on North Queensferry, I must admit. That was quite a boring town fact. So, thank you. I butchered a couple of those Scottish town names, didn't I? MCG. Yeah, there was a couple that I made a mistake on. Which ones did I do the worst? There was one I really stumbled over, and I was like, I'm just gonna style it out and keep talking. But I knew I did it wrong. It was Rosyth. Rosyth. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that is it, yeah. Turin brakes. God, I haven't thought of Turin brakes for years. Raw scythe. Ah, that's it. Okay. Raw scythe. Let's say it's one. Raw scythe. Raw scythe. I mean, I got Inverkeithling pretty quickly. You know, some of these other bloody Sassenachses, they'll be saying it wrong. Close enough. Yeah. Can we talk about how they went from Deep Sea World to a post office as a particular highlight? I heard Pennychuck pronounced wrong a couple of pods back. At least you were referring to Pennychuck. Or Pennycook. I mean, nobody lives in Pennychuck anyway. Or Pennycook. Inverkeithing. Pennycook. Yeah, no one lives in these places, so it's fine. Your mum and dad live there. Well, do you know what? And then I apologise if they had to listen to me on a podcast and pronounce their town wrong. The village wrong. I died the other night at Pennycook. If so, can you post yourself any fish you nicked from Deep Sea World? Yeah. It's not a bad shout at all, is it? So you can send postcards from there being like, I'm just gone to fucking Deep Sea World. I'm not going to believe this. I'm going to write back to the mainland. You are on the mainland. Steve Granger. Is he from Leeds? Ooh. He's wanted by York, though, so he's probably going to be going there. Is this nonsense to make up for Friday? Yeah, I think so. I mean, look, you know, I'm happy with any nonsense whenever, right? I don't really feel as though we should. I don't really feel as though we should keep nonsense to just one day. Make nonsense great again. That's what I'd probably say. You think Pennychuck is bad? Before you get there, there's a place called Auchendeenie. I mean, yeah. There's not a lot of anything up and around that part of Scotland. As you're driving through mountains of Nout, I would imagine that living there is pretty bad. Yeah, like, oh well, you know, we need milk. Oh well, probably that's a next week job. You know, like, TJ, I've just signed a winger to retrain as a centre back. What world are we living in right now? We're living in the best world, Alice. That sounds a cracking idea. That sounds like the sort of thing I would do. I'd be like, right, they say striker, I say left back, or opposite. You know, remember Gareth Bale was originally a left back, so see the FM show Discord. Let's have a little nosy, shall we? My word, that player is incredible. Yeah, you can send it back in. Even Tomo, how are you, buddy? Welcome in, welcome in. Hope you're well. She's wasted as a winger, isn't she just? Um, I'm just trying to find another couple of players again because I don't quite think we are where we need to be. El Diego, how are you, buddy? Sorry I'm late. What have I missed? Oh, never apologise. Never apologise. What have you missed? Nonsense, mainly. We've missed how many 8-year-olds could you beat up at once? Yeah, like so if 28-year-olds attacked you, how many rounds do you reckon you could go? So you missed that. You've missed us losing as well, which is probably more like, yeah, you're probably going, you know what, yeah, that probably makes sense. But apart from that, not really much, to be honest. Just a bit of silliness, a couple of stickers. Yeah, just usual stuff, to be honest. Some people have suggested that we've got a bit of Friday night behavior creeping into Monday. So if you're feeling Friday vibes tonight, then get yourself comfortable. Any shiny stickers? We got a couple of shinies, didn't we? We got Norway badge, Panama badge. How's training coming for the Great North Run? Slow, Ryan. We are back running this week. Yeah, back running this week. So hoping for no side effects. That's what we're hoping for. Yeah. That's all we can hope for. I've got to get my I'll get my sponsorship form all done properly as well. I'll be shaking a tin around to say, can we share this amongst people? But yeah, I want to get it done. I want to be able to tick it off. So yeah, so we'll have to see how we get on with that. But hopefully it'll be fine. As long as the knee holds out, we'll be all right. Just might mean we're a bit slower than we hope to be. Wait for mile 11 already. Oh, I mean, look, let's be honest, Ryan. It's all going to be crap, right? It's like, it's not fun. Running that distance is not fun. We've done. I've also trained. I trained up to half marathon distance with for what's it called for Sheffield anyway. It's just a shame that injury kept me out of that one, unfortunately. So hopefully it won't keep me out of this one. You love it. That is unhinged. So right, where's mile 11? Mile 11's that's about 15k, 16k, isn't it? I think, is that right? Is that when 11 comes to be? Is it? Even Jebaru, how are you, buddy? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Appreciate the raid. Hope you're well. How was your stream this evening? D Boy's in as well. Hello, D Boy. How are we? Welcome in, Raiders. Edinburgh, well, National League with Darlow. 11 seasons in. There was a bit of an issue last season where we may have potentially nearly got sacked. Didn't though. And this year we're trying to sort of like build upon that because the game refused to let us leave. So there's a little bit of a bug, but here we are. We're in. So not too bad. 16k is 9.9 mile. So when's 11 then? The 18 mile, 18k mark, is it? Or 18 off? It's the boring bit in it. Impromptu Q&A. Nice. We like that. That's good. Goal. Let's have a bit of that. First of all, we've scored this today, isn't it? I think. It was Reet Daft. Excellent. Daft is good. We've been talking about how many children you can beat up. So pretty much the same, to be honest. We've done a bit of daftness down here. What else has been going on? Not a great deal, to be honest. Alice has bought a winger that she's going to train as a centre back, which is quite impressive. Could you beat up or have you beat up? So two questions really there, Adam. The question was, and this was posed to me by a friend of mine, who said, and I think he said he picked it up off Reddit. So instantly, I need an explanation as to what it was. The question was, if 28-year-olds attacked you at once, yeah, we're going to presume from the front, okay. How many do you think you could? How many rounds do you think you could do? So, in a wave of 20, how many could you get through before they got you to the ground? There's been no description. There's been no discussion of weapons. How old? 8. How tall? Average height, average build. So they all come attacking at you at once. Where you are, let's presume it's open plan. So you can run around a little bit if you want. You can try and sort of like, I mean, if you're trying to outrun them, that's probably a bad idea. How much Haribo and squash have been consumed before? We've talked about this bit as well, yeah. Have you got a walking stick to hand? You know what? Would you normally have your walking stick, Kev? If so, yes, you can have that. What time of day is it? Pick whatever time you want. Does it make how much difference is it going to make? Do you reckon, James? I mean, if it's bedtime, then fair enough. That might make it a bit easier. But did any of them do the practice I asked for the last 2 years? No. How woke are the 8-year-olds? Oh, so like, do you know what? Some of them are woke. Some of them are reforms. Is it Quick Save or Waitrose? They're all from Sainsbury's. If it's past 10, I reckon I might win a round or 5. If it's past 10, what you reckon you can get 5 rounds on the night shift? Oh, James, come on. Right. 20 8-year-olds who are at 10 o'clock wearing hoods and snoods attacking you, and you're in the dark, right? And then so you're going to knock out 20 kids, then another 20, then you're going to take out nearly 100 kids in the dark. Are they all male? They can be. There can be a mixture. You're fucked after 2 rounds. If you even get to 2 rounds. If. 1 round is doable, but I need to utilize all of my Taekwondo training. Exactly, D-boy. You got to make sure you get a couple early doors, but you're not getting past round 1. No chance. If you do, you've done well, but you don't get past round 2. I don't get through half a round even with a walking stick in the shape of a lightsaber. I mean, Kev, you've got the possibility of being able to run them over. There is that. But even then, that's how many can you get? Am I wearing my gi? I mean, yeah, look, you can absolutely dress up for the part if you want, D-boy. I'm picking one up and swinging them in a big circle. Not a bad tactic, Matt. Not a bad tactic. I've lasted 47 seasons managing in Thailand on FM 18. I think I can do it. James, if that's your answer, I think you're getting pummeled in round 1. Like, I've played Football Manager in Thailand. Bang, you're knocked out. It would ease my conscience, so yes, please. I think if you know, it's like a layer of like I've come to play. Yeah. What if the children utilize the power of friendship? What, and karate? Maybe they're summoning up the day man. Oh no, they can't because they're in the night. It's the night man. The night man cometh. 20 of them. Shit Hillsy at the back post. 1 kid like a bowling ball. If I hit them once, does that knock them out? Well, this is again what we spoke about earlier, Ryan. Imagine you throw your best punch, kick. You throw your best shot. And it doesn't knock one out. What do you do then? What do you do then? Because we're all instantly assuming that we've got a 1-shot knockout in us. Have you got 20 1-shot knockouts? Or have you got the potential to cardio it? It's a lot of cardio. What I would say is don't go to the ground. Don't go for a takedown because you're close to being 20 of them on top of you and you lose by default then. So it's got to be standing. You got to trade. I'm dressed as Santa so they feel guilty. I'm dressed as John Cena, they wouldn't be able to see me. Adam, just kick him in the dick. Could work. I can outrun an 8-year-old long enough for them to fall asleep. Are you sure? Because what would happen is you'd outrun that. You got to outrun 20 of them. And then when you turn up there, 20 more will turn up. And be like, all right. And then you're knackered. Because you've been running a long time. There's 20 of them at a time. You're alone. You don't have 20 friends. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. It's just you. And that's it. How many of them are fat? Most of them are average height and average build. Maybe 1 or 2 can be in there just for diversity purposes. Chinese burn him if the first punch doesn't. As long as the 8-year-olds aren't secretly Russian dolls, I should be good. I haven't said they're not. That's how you get 20 of them. They're all like inside each other. Who's in the cartoon character for 8-year-olds right now? I'd dress up as whoever it is and charge £10 a photo. Consider yourself as the K-pop demon hunters, yeah. Last question for me. Will being involved in this fight affect my chance of getting a successful DBS check for future work? If you're successful, D-boy, I think it would very much help your DBS. If you are, if you lose, then I think they might just revoke your DBS on the grounds of being a pussy. I'm just saying. I don't know for definite, but I don't know what the criteria is. But I mean, if they do say that, then it's harsh, isn't it? But TJ's wrong on this one. It would definitely ruin your chances of a DBS. Look, okay, right. Don't take my word for it. Looks like I've got no choice but to fight. There we go. There we go. Evening Nails on Wheels. How are you, buddy? Also, next question: how much pain fumes have I inhaled today? Now, see, that costume only works in Portugal, I'm afraid. If you're going to obliterate a few kids, the IDF will be hiring you. Jesus. I really need to read these things before I say things out loud for next time, don't I? It's about 4 allegedlys in a minute. That feels about right, Rouge, doesn't it? Yeah. So, but don't read it out loud next time. TJ, take a moment. Decide, is this something you need to say out loud to everybody? Thanks, Dan. Good idea. We're wearing the allegedly button out. That's what she said. Let's get a couple of loans in, shall we? So I watch a lot of daytime streams that don't allow me to say these things. Yeah, do you know what? There's some, yeah. It's a different world, isn't it? Like, again, like talking about, fighting kids after dark or whatever. It's under the cover of darkness. Things are different. Sorry about that. Excuse me. Oh, Darlington Crawley postponed. That's probably for the best, to be honest. Mm. Morecambe next, and then FA Trophy third round. So we are back in the FA Trophy after being beaten finalists in it last year. Right, what we're going to do during the World Cup then, team, when it comes to streaming, we're just going to continue as normal and then, like, hope that it doesn't clash with any matches. I feel like that's sort of the best plan to have, isn't it? I don't think we need to do watch alongs. I don't think we need to do that. As long as you don't stream at 4 a.m, it'll be fine. Yeah, I reckon if I do 3, that should be alright, shouldn't it? I can do that. Is there a World Cup? Well, I mean, it's a good question actually, Ryan. There's not been a lot made of it. Genuinely, not me being sarcastic either. They could do it. They could do it, mentioning it a little bit more, couldn't they? Just get some people involved. I mean, I know that Scotland beat Curacao over the weekend, so that's a good thing. Good team. Good team. Scotland are a good team, yeah. After going a man 1-0 down and then getting a man sent off doesn't bode well. That doesn't bode well for Curacao, does it? No. No. For us, though, cracking result. Brilliant result. 4 goals, that's lethal. It's the most attacking football we've ever seen. It's perfect. Just, lull everyone into a false sense of security. That's what it's going to be. When was the last time Scotland scored 4 goals? Against Denmark, I think, in the qualifiers. So I think that means the last game they played. We're not like boring England with their 1-0s and their defeats. Yeah, it was quite the result, that one, to be honest. McTominay's overhead kick. Recording a podcast while watching that match was not the smartest idea I ever had, but it made for good content. Have to burst out the Scottish shirt for the World Cup. You're gonna have to, aren't you, Alice? I've got the away one. I forgot to mention, didn't I? I managed to get an away shirt ordered on Sunday morning, I think. There was a restock on JD Sports, so I have one coming probably tomorrow, Thursday, maybe. So I'm very happy. Expected one on the next FM show. It will be. It will be, Alice. If it's here in time for the record, it will absolutely be one. Because I mentioned during the show that I wasn't going to get one. So I can't find one. So yeah, I'm very excited about it. Oh, well played, Facey. Go on. Oh, giving the ball away. Oh, good hit. Oh, we're currently 10th, by the way, everyone. We are slipping back towards 12th. Oh, come on. That's a poor goal to concede. Oh, right. Okay. Already. .4 points behind Curzon at this point. Little mid-season slump by the looks of it, team. Sorry, that's over the top. That's fine. We are getting torn apart here, aren't we? We need to change something up, don't we? I think we have to go 4-4-2 or 4-2-4. Oh, what about that? What a goal that is! That is incredible. A 6'7" centre half has just scored an overhead kick. Look at this. This is the greatest goal I've ever seen. What a cross in. A crowded box. Have a bit of that. My word, get that clipped, team. That is stunning. Bloomin' heck. That was a right goal, wasn't it? here's me trying to work out whether or not to bother having go to 4-4-2, and then my centre back's like, I mean, I could just score an overhead kick, right? Prime Darla Lorna, like a giraffe doing a backflip. Oof. We're 1 goal behind. Gabby's anxious. Ronaldo faces stressed. It's weird because Stokes is like 6'8", and I'm sort of thinking he's the one that needs to come off. Right, Stead's coming off. Actually, can he go up front? He can, but we need someone wider, don't we? See if any of that changes and works. Some people still say FM24 is better. Wouldn't have got a goal like that. You absolutely would not have done. Noticing the transfer episode of Till I Die, one of the loan targets was McTominay. I need to go back and watch it again, MCG. I've been threatening to go and see it again. Why am I seeing Ibrahimovic's name on this list? Oh. Shouldn't there be another season that Shogun recent seasons? Honestly. Should be about three more seasons, right? Yeah, the last couple of years have been quite. We're back to 12th. We're back to 12th. Don't worry, everyone. Normal service has been resumed. The promotion this season would have been amazing to watch. Yeah, it would have been class, wouldn't it? Like, imagine them trying to do the Dan Ballard goal. And then the derbies. Three-one defeat. It's not great, is it? I know Morecambe are up in 4th, but still we need to be a little bit better than that, don't we? if you want a good laugh, try The Bus on Netflix. Story of the 2014 World Cup French squad mutiny. I'll get goal of the game. They'll probably goal of the season as well. That's true. So you know what? Give us some extra points for that. I reckon, Marty. You're right. I reckon we deserve that. That'll be fine. Is that the is it that point in the season where the opposition have worked out Darlow aren't the soft touch they thought they would be, so more cautious against us? Oh, maybe. Um, yeah, we're not really attacking a lot either, are we? So we have to sort of like mix it up a bit. Well, time for another new, a tweak on the tactic. I think more than anything, it's not. Mal's best tip is to go down with 10 men and launch a big comeback. It's not a bad shout, you know. English language version dub. Frank Ribery is voiced by what sounds like Carl Pilkington. Outstanding. I think Llama speaks a lot of sense, though, that we are now in a position where maybe we have to have some alternatives to the play. Maybe. Yeah, December, so halfway through the season. It is possible that teams are starting to work us out. How do we fix that then? Pert's already kicking off about wanting to play more games. So maybe we slump to mid table again. But given the fact that last year was so bad, it's not necessarily a slump to mid table, is it? It's a rise to mid table. Up against Crawley now, so what's that question is, are they gonna sit and wait for us? Or are we gonna have to be a bit more attacking? So maybe I need a second variation of the tactic that is a bit higher at the pitch, possibly. We can still play counter attack higher at the pitch, can't we? Yeah, Crawley at 21st, 20th. We need 3 points to move up towards where Curzon are. Oh, thankfully they've got a corner. That'll help it, won't it? Right. So how about we move up? Also compress them. Right, we're standing off here, which is bizarre because we are supposed to have counter pressing on. No point appealing for it. Get your tackles in. Come on, lads. I mean, it's all Crawley, isn't it? Which is fine because as long as we can withstand the pressure, that's fine. But let's encourage them a bit. Just skipping past us, aren't they? Great, there's another goal straight in. Right, okay. Has there been another update? Because yeah, something's happening again, isn't it? And it's not really working for us. It's not ideal, is it? um, yeah, this is not great. Oh, come off it. But are they going to do that? Are they going to score that? Are they? Oof. I suppose it's fair, isn't it, to say that this is Poor defeat again. Another header. I think I need to spend a bit of time tweaking again. Ooh. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to do a tweak of some description. Even Rowan Demo, nice to see. Hope you're well. I guess as well, remembering that we are in a transition season as well. Does that really help? Can we say that? Appreciate the love, Rowan Demo. That's very, very kind indeed. Because we've moved everyone up a little bit, and it's not really made any difference, to be honest. Yeah, we've still been shocking, haven't we? If you're not bottom, you're doing superbly. Just keeping your job as a win. Yeah, I get that, but then I think it's always the problem is that because we started so well, I'm judging it on that, and I know we've still only considered 13. It's still one of the best events. It's still the best events in the league. You know, it's bizarre, isn't it, to think we're losing all those games and we're still got the best defense. We just need to think something else. The midfield lacks quality. It does. It does. We haven't got wages to bring any quality in. That's the problem. Yeah, we need a bit of quality. If we can find anyone at this level that's willing to come in and be part of this team. It's just keep that transfer room thing going around. How happy am I? How happy am I with my squad? Not very. Not very. We've had to do a complete rebuild in the summer. Most of the team left. We don't have too much money. So yeah, we've sort of just hodgepodged it together, to be honest. So yeah, not really sure where we go with it. I mean, yeah, we've done all right. We've done all right. You know, it's always in it's it's interesting and more fun to play against what the meta will tell you to play. Like, because we're not exactly trying to. We're certainly not trying to break the game, but I'm also sort of very conscious of I want to have a philosophy with the team and sort of play a certain way. And it means that it does slow the game down a lot, but we only won one match tonight. We have, haven't we? God, really, the form isn't great at the minute, is it? Jesus, it's not good at all. Where's whole team meeting? So at Southend, then we've got an FA Trophy match. I would like to still be in the FA Trophy because we got the final last year, but is it also just a little distraction that we don't need? Oh, Mark 9 Twilla, welcome in. Appreciate the follow. Very kind. I think the fact we've got Dave Stead who's not really getting involved defensively, that's a bit of a concern. Ilsey loses out. Win those second balls. Get a step up a bit more. Oh, I think that's meant to be a cross from Gabby there, wasn't it? And then back to nothing. Tilsley. Gabby's in on the ball again. Stokes. Hurt's not going to get there. Stead wins it back. Gabby Large. Stokes. Ooh. It's not a bad hit. There's not a lot happening in this match, is there? Which is fine, given the fact that Southend are much higher at the table than we are. Large. No one's there again. Hendo, Pert, Stead. Pert. Deflected off the post. Come on. How come when it deflects for them, it ends up in the net? For us, it hits the post. I mean, we're looking much better. O'Hanlon's on 6-3. Till's on a 6-3. I don't think Gabby Large is doing much better either. 6-5. I know we're still not playing him in a position where he's meant to play. He's just such a luxury player that doesn't really fit our system, but we have to have him because he's one of ours. I'm not playing a 4-2-3-1. Tilsey getting up. Stead misses out. Oh. I mean, it's a good goal, but it's frustrating, right? We miss out there. We don't win the second ball here. And then West Allen's not watching. He's still got loads to do. Oh. Let's get Gabby off. Still nothing happening, is there? Right. You know what? Stead's coming off. See if we can get anything. I don't think we're going to be able to. I mean, in a sense, it's 1-0, so that's good. Like, you know, it's been a good goal as well. Yes! Go on, Will Granger. That's what we wanted. Finally, a bit of something. Okay, well, hang on. We're on the attack again, are we? Apparently not. Granger keeps going there. I reckon he definitely touches the ball. Keita brings him down. Penalty. It's in clearance. Oh. Right. I think that's enough for one night, don't you? Yeah. Oh, what a finish. And it counts. And it counts. Oh, ball. Nice. Up to 11th. Oof. Well, do you know what? That's better than nothing, isn't it? Yeah. Better. Right. I think that's probably enough, to be honest. 11th is not 12th. It's true. It's not 12th. The thing is, as well, it's not even bad. Like it's like not many wins, granted. Somehow we are still not shipping loads of goals. We're not scoring many, granted. 6 defeats is maybe too many, but compared to last year, I mean, we've almost got last year's points total, haven't we? What did we get? We got 47 last year. We're already on 32. So we're flying compared to last year. Salford have conceded 70 goals in 22 matches. So at least we're not them. Yeah. So there's enough to be optimistic about. And we were here last year. So, it's all going fine. It's all going fine. How's Critchlow getting on? That's a good question, actually. Has he managed to find himself a new job? Katie Critchlow is at Horsham. It'll be a terrific signing, apparently. Awkward. At least he managed to get himself a new club. Do you know what I mean? That's the main thing, right? Um, so there you go, then, folks. We got ourselves some matches done, didn't we? it's sort of going where it's going. Yeah. There'll be good days, there'll be bad days, and there'll be those in between. Yeah. That's what we need to look at. Alice, appreciate you. Thank you very much indeed. Frozen Luffy as well. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you everyone for being here. Hope you've had a wonderful time. Let's go and get a raid on. We've got Lobster with Clams, who's currently at Chelmsford. So take it easy, everyone. I'll see you all on maybe Wednesday, but definitely Friday. All right. All the best now. Bye now.